Before you can use many of the functions within UtilAbility for your periodic billing cycles, you will need to set up your constant data and your customer data. Constant data consists of information that changes less often and is typically used to define various items, such as your entity information, your services, and your rates. Customer data consists of information that relates to your customers, such as their addresses, their accounts, their services, and meters. UtilAbility needs this information to process the variable data appropriately. Variable data consists of things that are updated by you or automatically by UtilAbility as you progress through your bill cycles, such as meter readings and billing and receipt transactions. We suggest you start by setting up your constant data, since you will need this information when you are setting up your customer data. A good place to start might be your entity information. You can access this information under the Maintenance menu through the Entity Information menu item. This information defines your entity and other entities you bill for. UtilAbility allows you to set up and bill for multiple entities, and you will need to add an entity information record for each entity you wish to bill for. If you are only billing for a single entity, then you will only need one record. Here we have an entity record already set up, but if you wanted to add an entity record, you would click the Insert Record button located on the main form. UtilAbility does not let you modify the data for any records in your maintenance forms unless you click the Insert Record or Edit Record button first. Please be sure you have clicked the Insert Record button when you want to add one, or you will be overwriting an existing record, if one exists, with your new data. Here you enter the entity information for which you are billing. You will often select from a list of entities that you have added as you perform functions throughout UtilAbility. You enter the entity name, a name for the contact person for the entity address, phone and fax numbers for the entity, and you have a space to enter a memo you wish to appear on the backs of the invoices printed for that entity. If you have your invoice backs pre-printed or do not use any of the invoice backs reports that use this memo field, you can enter any notes or comments you wish. As you can see, there are page tabs along the bottom. This indicates the entity information record we are setting up has more data, and we can access that data on the additional pages related to these tabs. The Payable Info page contains payable information for customer payments and will appear on the invoices within the entity. If you only have one entity, for example you are billing for your own entity only, the information might be the same as you entered on the Entity Info page. There are a couple of additional fields on the bottom of this page in which you can specify the hours and days of operation for the entity. The Additional Info page contains information related to generating shutoff notices and criteria for displaying a warning while posting payments to accounts within the entity. Here we can specify a number of days late and a threshold amount that are used by UtilAbility in determining if an account should be flagged as needing a shutoff notice. When you perform the function to automatically generate shutoff notices, UtilAbility will flag each account to receive a shutoff notice if they have at least the threshold amount as specified here, late by at least the number of days late as specified here, as of the effective date you will specify when running that function. Please note that currently only the first two items are used by the function. The post-cash warning parameters allow you to indicate a condition in which an account will generate a warning for you when you are posting payments. If the specified service has been billed at least the specified number of times within the specified number of days, you will receive a warning as you begin to post payments to the account. An example where this might be useful is if you want to establish a rule where you do not wish to accept checks from any accounts that have had insufficient funds charged at least 2 times within the last 90 days. The Master Meters page allows you to enter meter reading and usage information for a master meter in which all meters within the entity are connected. This may be useful if you want to compare the total usage used by all meters to the usage of the master meter to help detect usage anomalies. The Direct Debit page allows you to set up information for ACH automatic payments. This information is supplied to you by your banking institution. Once you have all the information entered for the entity, you need to click the Post Edit button located on the main form to save that information. Once saved, the entity will be available to assign to each account you set up and to select from as you perform functions throughout UtilAbility. This information can be modified at any time by clicking the Edit button located on the main form while in Entity Information Maintenance. This concludes the UtilAbility Setting Up Your Data and Entity Information Maintenance training video. If you have any comments or questions, please visit our UtilAbility product website or contact us directly at Cogitate. Thank you.